Mr. Klaus, I would like to give you a word to say some points regarding the program you're leading, and that is practically the program in where our project has applied, and give opportunity to conduct the whole process and activities, and have who are beneficial for the citizens as well.
Thank you, Maria. I can speak in English?
Yes, you can.
I'm a bit surprised to be here on the chair of your mayor. So I hadn't a prepared speech this morning, but it is a project which I now accompany since almost 6 years that I'm here in the country as leading this program EU, the opштините, EU for municipalities. And I must say this project here in Velес, which is one of the 8 grant projects under the EU for municipalities scheme, wasn't easy. And it isn't easy, as we see. We are here at another place that it was announced, so every time something happens is this project which asks for a solution to be found instantly, and I must thank at this point the project management team for all these efforts to bring this project to its very end, even as Maria just said it 3 months later. But it doesn't matter if it's 3 months later. It's important that the main activities have been completed, and there it is something visible for the citizens, and I must say there is something on which we can build. And I remember the time 6 years ago when even with the previous mayor I discussed the situation with the urban traffic here in the city of Velес, and we talked about concepts that had been proposed by engineers how to solve it, and there wasn't any optimal solution. There were some solutions, but it was very clear that that will be a process of several years to change the inner city traffic situation. That what we could do with this project of around about 650,000 euros donation from side of the EU, another portion donated by the Ministry of Local Self-Government, it was some substantial amount compared to other smaller projects, but it was also insufficient for doing everything what we thought that needs to be done. So when the name and the title of the project was invented, and it wasn't me, it wasn't from the EU side, I don't know who actually it was, and came up with this cryptic name of saying Smart Velес to be continued. Yeah. So it was very clear from the beginning that this project will, as all projects, have some end, should have some results, but this is not the final point of that, what we want to achieve. It has to be continued. And when I just came here and driving with the car in, so I'm happy to see that the continuation in the center of Velес already has started, and there will be even more. From side of the support from the EU, we are very interested in continuation of any urban mobility project here in this country. There will be additional funds available from various programs, not immediately from EU for municipalities, but from other EU-wide programs. We have some other projects on urban mobility in other municipalities here in North Macedonia, which continue, come to an end, or just even now started. The Interreg project, where the neighbor city Negotina is involved in. And in June, we are planning a small event in Skopje where we will propagate again urban mobility as a subject and announce another call for urban mobility project. So whenever you want to continue, and I can only encourage you to continue with these efforts on solving situation, makes the center of Velес more favorable, more comfortable for the citizens, for pedestrians, for mother with kids, for going shopping, for sitting in the coffee shop, for having a coffee, and well, moving the cars a bit aside. I know not using the car is something which needs some mind change. And I always like to drive a car and drive around and come in front of the coffee shop where I want to have my coffee, but this is not the solution which you can find in other European cities. I appreciate very much that I see now that Veles is on the way of becoming more European. I finish here with my English, which might not be comfortable for some of them. Just coming from another conference, what we had, where I said, well, I'm talking in English, but soon we will also talk in Macedonian language, which will be one of the future official languages of the European Union. Let's work on that and let's come this time very soon. Thank you.
Благодаря, господин Клаус.